What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Join me today. I have my co-host Dylan and Bree Bree. What's going on, guys?
We're
Not
back to the Seven Deadly
not fucking
Sins.
pigs over here like some people.
Yep.
Sure about that?
So to jump into it, we are here to talk about. Obviously, you've seen the title, but we're here to talk about Seven Deadly Sins. Some of us are new to it. We just all three got to a point where we sat around and finished it and got it all finished up so we could do a review show about it and talk about our thoughts. I do want to go ahead and apologize for my amazing, awesome shirt because right now the green comment is definitely showing a little bit of Merlin's leg and background magic showing through my chest, so I do apologize for that. But the shirt
Like I
is
told
fucking
you
amazing.
earlier.
Yeah, show,
Like I
show
told you
that
from the
Merlin
first
leg.
There's
Yeah, yeah.
nothing wrong with
Woo-hoo.
seeing Merlin's legs.
Anyways, I agree. Anyways, so Seven Deadly Sins. Behind me, I have Merlin. Behind Dylan, he has Escanor. Behind Bree, she has Hawk. These are our favorite characters. For some reason, Bree didn't know that she could pick anybody else besides the most useless character as her favorite character, and chose to pick
He's
fucking
not
Hawk.
useless.
Definitely useless. When Merlin, I love her to death. I love her to death. But god damn it, when she gave him the fucking earring so he could read people's power levels, I was like, I mean, bro. First off, I don't need some goddamn Dragon Ball Z rehash fucking Saiyan Scouter shit. Second off, I did not need Hawk to have more voice lines. That did not need to happen. Did
I
not
feel
need
like
to
it's a
happen.
mix of Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z.
How's it a mix
Like
of
the fighting
Pokemon?
styles, like
I mean,
pigs like Pokemon to me, and then also the like levels and kind of like a Pokédex thing going on, and the fight scenes, and I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Pokemon, but it also reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Like they mixed a lot of shit together.
I would still
Good.
love to see the fights that you watched where you were like, Meliodas walked up, and then all of a sudden it was like, "Stop! Challenger approaches. 10 Commandments. Do you wish to fight them?" Yeah, no, that never happened. Anyways, so and it's not
He
like
walked through
Meliodas
the
was just
long
fucking
grass and
kicking the fucking
demons came out of nowhere.
Hawk. Apparently, it's not like he was just kicking fucking Hawk into the fucking people or throwing him across the fucking thing.
Hawk, I choose you.
Yeah, I don't even think that's Pokemon. That's the sad part. I don't even think that's Pokemon's transition. I don't know where you're getting that from, but I don't even think
That's
that's
when they're in the
Pokemon's
long
transition.
grass. In the long grass, and an enemy pops up.
Uh,
Okay, hold on. I'll look it up so I can sing it.
You look it
appropriately
up,
for
but
you.
I'm 100% sure that that is not. Because to me, that's like that old 90s fucking cartoons where they did like the screen got small and then spun around in the middle. And then. Yeah, yeah, right? That's where that's coming from, right? That's 100% that transition. I don't think that that's fucking Pokemon at all. If so, they have the exact same transition sounds. Or cues, I guess.
sometimes, Coop, I forget you're the same age as me.
Yeah, right?
Cause I don't know why. I was like you were talking. I was like, how the fuck did he even know what that old? I was like, oh, that's right, Coop's the same fucking age as me. God damn.
Yeah, I was right. I was right, kinda.
Kinda. That's not even close to the fucking transition cue you were making.
Yes, it was. It doesn't matter. It makes that noise. Like, calm down.
definitely
Jeez.
not that noise.
Okay, here I'm setting it so everyone.
You're right.
wants
It doesn't
to
matter.
Well, it's
Because
fine. I,
Pokemon's
I will I will
completely
look at
different.
that after we're done with what we're doing. Anyways, but fucking oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, I guess we'll start with season 1. So season 1, what was your favorite moments in season 1?
When Elizabeth's power came through.
Okay,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Power.
Yeah, that was season.
Yeah, I also didn't find it
Yeah.
as like groundbreaking as Bree did. But Bree fucking loves it apparently.
I didn't find
That's
it
good.
groundbreaking. I knew that something was coming, but her being good, having that power. I actually didn't see the eye thing coming, so that's what surprised me. I just thought it was like how they like drawing her,
I
but
mean,
seeing the eye
I mean,
cover.
she is half angel. I mean, give her. I mean,
Half
she's
druid.
obviously not half druid. Yeah. Um, I don't know why I said angel.
Oh, I think she is from the
So,
angel. She's one
She's
of the
not.
what is that godly?
She's not. You're
It's not
talking about
true.
the
Okay, hold on.
Celestials. You're talking about the Celestials.
Yeah, the celestial.
Yeah, from
Because
the
they
movie.
had those eyes.
They had what eyes? They did not have the same.
Celestial took over. That person, the orange eyes with the cross thing in them, came through.
She's not talking about the movie.
Oh.
She's talking about when what's his name?
So
gave
you're
his
talking
body
about
to
you're talking about
angels.
goddesses.
Yeah.
That was a goddess.
Yeah, the goddess.
So, okay,
the goddess.
so you
yeah.
said celestial, so I thought you were talking
She's a
about celestials.
goddess. She's a half goddess in my opinion.
Well, I don't know how that would completely work. She might have like been blessed by a goddess, but I don't know how she's a half goddess. Regardless, she's definitely druid. That's 100% facts. And she's reincarnated of the other chick. I can't remember her name. But yeah,
Liz. No,
you know,
Liz.
Liz is what he calls
like-
Elizabeth.
Sure.
Her name's really not that important.
It's really
She
not that
dies.
important. Yeah, she's dead. So get over your dead ex-girlfriend, Bree. Jesus. Anyways, all right, Dylan. Favorite movie of season 1, or favorite scene of season 1.
Favorite scene of season 1?
Mm-hmm.
It would definitely have to be the the scene where King is whooping that one chick's ass.
Her name is
The one that
Liz.
makes-
It is Liz. Weird. Liz and
Oh.
Elizabeth. Anyways, continue.
And
when King was
doing all you fuckers.
fuck off.
Anyways, continue, Dylan.
Anyways, is when King's fighting the female knight that does like all the bombs, like the bombs and shit from her sword, from her rapier. She's like, her eyes are constantly closed. I can't remember her name, but they're in a.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the
the
chick
night?
you're talking about the Holy Knight that Gother ends up fucking
Yeah.
hooking up with for a little while until he fucking turns to a jackass.
Yeah, and fucks her brother over like a jackass.
So what's your favorite part about that?
He likes that fight scene between her and King.
King versus them, because King fucking went ham. Because I thought King was completely useless into that fight. I was like, oh, hey look,
Yeah.
yeah, King actually does something.
King's human transformation is fucking terrible, by the way. It's absolutely terrible.
It
If
is.
it wasn't for that,
It's got awful.
if it wasn't for that, he would be really high up there as far as one of my favorite people. But that fucking human transformation, dude, it's terrible. I don't know whose idea that was, but they should get fired. They should just get fired.
What's that guy's name again? Braun?
Bran or Bond? You talking about Bond?
Bond's pretty cool. I like
Bond
him.
the Undead? Yeah. Yeah, I like Bond a lot
I
too.
like a lot of the characters. I like a lot of them. It's a very, very good show, and my attention, that means it's probably a very interesting show because I do not have the attention span to watch animes. So
That's a garbage life to live then. Animes are the best.
there has to be a lot going on in an anime and a very interesting story for me to want to watch it. I used to
for
watch
me.
them all the time.
If it's even remotely interesting, I'm fucking into it.
I had my anime phase when I was younger, so I had a bunch of manga books, animes. I would watch them all the time. I just think maybe I'm beyond that, so it has to be very good for me to be invested in it.
Yeah, but I'm also into slice of life animes, so you can't really count
I
my
mean-
opinion.
Cool.
What does that mean?
So, Chris, what's your favorite
What does that
scene
mean?
of season 1?
She's asking you what that means, Dylan.
Oh, slice of life. It's pretty much like there's no action, no supernatural stuff. It's literally just life. Like
Oh,
they go
okay,
into
okay.
school, or there's one called Sakura where it was about a girl who was in gymnastics and she was a pole vaulter.
Yeah, Dylan's not there for the story, that's for sure. Anyways, so
There's an amazing story to it.
I bet. Anyways, my favorite scene was definitely, I mean, it's kind of hard to beat it, in my opinion. Fucking Revenge Counter. Seeing Revenge Counter for the first time. That was pretty fucking
Yeah.
amazing. I did not see that coming, obviously. I really liked that a lot. I don't like Gother. If I had to pick one character, Gother is not at the top of my list. Like, whenever they
I don't
were
like
talking
Gother
about him and he was in his armor and shit, he looked cool as shit. But Gother is just, he's too much for me to handle. Like, he's right now, he's just basically a thorn in the side of the fucking 7 Deadly Sins because, like, he keeps doing shit to fuck people over, like fucking taking away Deanne's memories and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Not a big fan of Gother. Gother is,
I don't like Gother either.
and not to mention, I also have this feeling that he's gonna be like the main baddie, and probably the next season, if not the season afterwards, because they're definitely building that up for sure. So I would definitely be interested to see how that goes for sure. But let's see what else. His armor is pretty cool. Trying to think who else I like. Escanor wasn't in season 1. Meliodas. I don't know. So, what do you think about the whole aspect of the demon power for Meliodas? Do you think that that's too strong?
I mean, no, he's the son of fucking Satan.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to be like
Did they
right?
say that yet?
Yeah, they said that already.
Yeah, that's been said. He goes and sees his daddy and beats him up.
Yeah,
That's how he
remember?
comes back.
Remember that's how he came back from being dead?
Yeah, after
Fight that big
after
ass
his
fucking-
brother stabbed him.
Yeah, that was dope.
Older brother.
I that too.
No, technically younger brother because Meliodas is technically the oldest out of the three, just due to the reincarnation bullshit. He doesn't
I don't-
age.
The thing that is weird to me is that like strong that he like and the seven deadly sins were so strong that they
I think he's
outpowered
the oldest.
the was it the Celestials or the angels wherever in the
The
last
angels.
season they were
It
fighting.
wasn't the seven deadly sins though. It was the 10 Commandments, and that's when Meliodas was their leader. And then
Oh,
he abandoned them.
Meliodas and the seven deadly sins were all fighting.
They were not fighting. What are you talking
Stronger
about?
than- What I'm
Seven
saying is
deadly
like
sins didn't
the
exist.
seven deadly sins are all stronger than the angels. The angels didn't even have a chance.
The seven deadly sins didn't exist during the demon angel.
I think
goddess
she's
war.
okay. So before we go
What about
on,
season 3
Bree-
at the end
Bree,
Are you talking about the movie?
you're talking about the movie.
movie? Shit, yeah.
Okay. From now on,
Thank
when
you
you
for
go, whenever you
clarifying
go to
that.
talk, just tell us where you're talking about, because Jesus Christ, like fucking, you don't know any of the factions' actual names, so you have us completely confused about what you're talking about. Good
My bad.
Lord.
Demons, goddess, Ten Commandments. Satan is in his own faction because he's a ruler of hell. Seven deadly sins. And you have the humans. You have the holy knights. You have what are they called?
You got the Titans,
Titans. Fucking, you got the fairies.
Celestials, fairies.
Yes.
Well, the fairy part was pretty cool too.
Jeez, Bree, I have a horrible memory and it's bad when I remember something better than you do.
Anyways,
Second my genders, right, Jalen?
so
Yeah,
obviously you can see mine and Dylan's. Bree, who would be your favorite sin?
Favorite sin?
Yeah, your favorite sin out of the 7 deadly sins.
No, just the sins. Hawk doesn't count.
That's why I said you can see mine and Dylan's already.
He has a 30,000 power level. He should be a seven deadly sin.
No, he has a 300 power level.
My favorite one is Diane.
Diane. Fair enough.
She's just so freaking adorable, cute. Her
awesome.
voice and everything she does, I love her. My second favorite would be Braun. I
Bon.
keep forgetting his name.
Bon.
And then my least favorite is Gunther. He can go fuck himself.
And
'cause
it's
I really
Gother.
No one likes Gother.
Gother.
She said Gunther.
Gunther.
That's a whole nother anime.
Yeah, I mean, obviously my favorite is Merlin. My second favorite is definitely Escanor. I love his fucking.
Cruel son.
I love his. I mean, his abilities are cool as shit too, but I love his fucking personality. The whole fucking prideful
Attitude.
Yeah,
He's fucking amazing.
oh,
Oh my god.
the whole prideful aspect.
Like
is just
melt
fucking
at
awesome.
his feet anytime he's in his god mode. But then his regular mode just kind of ruins it with his like meek attitude. So I get why she's like
I
indecisive.
mean, oh god, Coop. I just realized my first favorite is madly in love and obsessed with yours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys are meant for each other. That's so cute.
I mean, Merlin. It's hard not to like Merlin, in my opinion. It's
It
really
is.
hard not to like Merlin. I mean, her looks aside,
She has no clothes. Why,
Her
why
look-
wouldn't you like her?
her looks aside, she's so goddamn strong. Her magical ability is legitimately infinite. Infinite.
Yeah.
She can cast any spell, and until she wants to turn it off, it's just there. It's just there. She could trap you in a goddamn bubble and not even have to worry about you again, not use any energy or focus on it to keep it there. She literally just has to fucking cast it. And that's it. That's it.
Like
It's just
every
bam.
magical problem they had, they went to Merlin, and then like maybe the most a day Merlin had a fix for it.
I mean,
Woman.
it's fucking insane how fucking good she
Merlin's
is.
not a woman, Dylan.
Don't even try with me on this shit. I will come through this screen.
Dylan.
No. Fuck you. Going into mine. My first favorite is obviously
My
Escanor.
Siri just said, "What would you like to know about Dylan?"
Good lord.
I turned it off quickly because I didn't want to know anything. Siri knows
Good.
all.
So we
She's
will
so-
go ahead and move into all three of us are pretty much across the board. Our most hated character is Hawk, right? Yeah.
No?
I
Anyways,
mean, I hate
Gother.
more than
Our most hated sin is Gother. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Watch Gother like fucking just have like a redeeming ass fucking like story arc later on, and everybody's like, fucking Gother's the shit, dude. Fucking Gother's the
still
I
shit.
doubt he can be redeemed for me. I've really.
Although
I
one
bet it's 'cause
badass
he's emotionless.
one badass Gother part for me was definitely in the movie whenever he fucking tricked the guy. The guy thought he had fucking King and
Oh,
Gother
yeah.
taken, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm being swallowed up. What is happening?" All of a sudden, it just shows Gother. Oh, another fucking cool Gother part, and this is definitely fucking season 2. Fucking the Ten Commandments. Galad, whenever he fucking killed everybody and then he just left, and then everybody was like,
Alright.
because even I was like, God damn, he just killed them? No fucking way. Like, first off, my first thing was like, oh my god, dude, if Merlin is done, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off. And then he just fucking leaves, and all of a sudden it just shows fucking Gother laughing, and then as a zoom in on Galen, you just see the fucking pink spike in the back of his neck, and then Gother's just like, ha 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 ha. I was like, all right, I'll give that one to you. You go, Gother.
I mean, yeah, go through that, but that's nothing compared to Escanor literally scaring the fucker to the point he froze. He turned himself to
That
stone.
was
trying to run
dope.
away.
That was dope, for sure. So we'll go ahead and jump into season 2. Favorite moments of season 2?
Season 2, technically, the intermissions, like the
No,
backstories.
we're not talking about the intermission
No.
stuff. We're not talking about the filler. Season 2, like the actual season 2. Anybody want to start? No.
I'll start. Definitely my favorite is anything that had to do with Escanor.
I mean, you have to pick a specific scene, Dylan.
It would probably be at the end where he's fighting the one commandment,
You
the
fucking
older.
sack of shit, dude. That's my fucking spot too. You sack of shit. That was easily the fucking
commandment?
best. So when he's fighting the older brother, the one
Oh.
that killed Meliodas, and he walks up to
Yeah.
him, and nobody
Oh.
else can lift a finger to him because as long as they have hatred in their heart, they can't harm him. And he walks up. He's like, "How are you
Oh,
able to walk up?"
Escanor?
Yeah. He's like, "How are you able to walk up to me?" And he's all like, "You said I have to have hatred in my heart, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why would I have hatred in my heart? I pity you. I definitely pity you because you are extremely weaker than I am." And I was like, "Let's fucking go, dude." Escanor's such a badass. Or no, that's what it was. How could I hate something that is weak or that is extremely weaker than I am? I was like, let's fucking go. He did the same thing with Galen too.
Really good.
When Galen went to go pick up
Yeah.
his axe, he's all like, "What kind of dumbass made this? This the handle's way too short for two hands. This is obviously a two-handed axe." And then fucking Escanor's just like, is whenever you first saw him in his big badass form, he's like, "It's definitely not a two-handed axe. It's a one-handed axe, and it's made for someone who has the strength to wield it. Obviously, I am able to wield it."
I love him so much.
Dude, Escanor is a fucking beast, dude. He's so nonchalant about it too. Like that's the best. The only
Actually, no. I changed mine. I'll let you have that one. My favorite Escanor part is definitely during the whole when the two commandments, the ex Fairy King and the ex Giant Lord.
oh, and he does the
Giant
fucking
King.
cruel sun to him.
Yeah, in the middle of night, because he fucking stored the shit up. He just like out of nowhere just fucking saved everyone. Cruel son. I was like,
Merlin.
oh god, Escanor.
His son, Dylan.
Yeah,
that
Merlin
was
is the sun, Dylan.
Yeah, Merlin is his son.
that was
know what?
very, very sweet way to think of it.
That was
I
pretty
like
cool.
that. That was
pretty
cool.
Although Cother was still being a fucking jackass
Yeah.
and shot him and basically took him out of the fight.
I feel like there was a time where Meliodas turned into a demon that I really liked, where he just went like super badass, but I can't remember.
That was my
Hard.
favorite Meliodas part out of fucking season 2 was whenever he fucking teleported to go say hi in quotation marks hi to the fucking Ten Commandments and beats the fuck out of Galen, and then he's looking at that one guy and he's just or his youngest brother, and he's just sitting there talking to him and he's all like, no, I just dropped by to say hi, and then he's all like, yeah, and he's like, oh, and also to give you a message that if the Ten Commandments do anything to Britannia, the 7 deadly sins will stop you, and he goes, I told you we weren't gonna have words. He goes, oh, this isn't words. It's just a warning. And I was like, oh shit. Oh man, that was fucking
And then
good.
he dies.
Yep, then you guys ass kicked. It happened too.
Big
Me,
words
me and
for
Bree
the
were
fall.
discussing that episode after she had watched it, and she was like, I totally was like, it's gonna stop at 6 hearts, and I was like, what a dumbass. They
Yep, we
killed,
all said-
dude. That's another big moment for me. Is whenever that fucking show that like to me that fight was whenever this show went like let's do an oh shit moment, like a real big oh shit moment. When fucking Bond killed that one chick, like god damn, dude. Walked up,
Oh, yeah.
rolled her head completely almost a fucking 360, snapped her neck all the fuck up, and then fucking stole all her 7 hearts out and just started stomping on them. I was like, holy shit. Because you know, like, not only was he extremely pissed off because she's killing his best friend, but he fucking knows that if he kills her, Elaine's gone. She's dead. That's done.
Yeah.
So much hatred went into him fucking killing her. Like, god damn, man. I like Bond a lot. He's definitely out there for sure.
Fucking dude, Bond's
How could he
backstory
even
in
make
season
that
2
choice,
about
though?
his stepfather.
Yeah.
Oh
that
my
was
god,
cool.
dude, that made me. I
Werefox?
cried
The Werefox.
when he fucking yeah. Oh,
I really
dude,
like
I
their
was like, oh my
backstories. I
God.
thought they did a very good job of telling them. Usually that stuff bores me, and I was even interested in that stuff.
I will agree with that. I like all their backstories as well.
100%. Anyone who's watching this needs to watch the 7 Deadly Sins because it's so good.
Hopefully, anyone
So
who's
Netflix
watching
I
this
give
has
it a 10 out of
seen
10.
the 7
I
Deadly
give it a
Sins.
10 out of fucking 10.
It's great. It is a very good anime. I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely enjoyed it a lot, for sure. Let's see. So I guess we can talk about the movie. So favorite part of the movie. I can go first because I think Bree went first on the first one, and you went first on the second one. Mine is actually Merlin. Mine is actually a Merlin one. Yep, she actually did a badass whenever she was fucking fighting the lion guy, and he kept trying to block out her spells. So she shot fire at him, and he's all like, "No fire!" And then it fucking hit him with ice. He's like, "What the hell?" And then she shot ice at him. He's like, "No ice!" And then it hit him with fire. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she's all like, "Yeah, some new spells I've been wanting to try out. Finally got a guinea pig for him." Like, she is such a badass. And all of a sudden, he's all like, "Fine, no ice and no fire." And then he gets hit in the face with a fucking boulder. He's like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "There's more elements than just ice and fire." And it's like, "I'll block all of them." And then she's just like, "Absolute cancel." It just took his shield right off. I was like, let's fucking go, dude. Merlin is such a badass. Oh my god. She's so good, dude. She's so fucking good. I love it. I love it.
My favorite scene in the movie is when they all do like their biggest fucking strongest attack.
Yeah, obviously.
And it
That was
shoots
fucking
and comes
phenomenal.
around, and fucking Meliodas just full counters all of them into the fucking giant monster. And I was like, oh, that was fucking epic.
Well, he did
That
full
is a-
counter. He didn't full counter it the second time. He only full countered it the first time. He full countered it with his minions or with his doppelgangers to hit it back at him. That second time,
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's considered a full counter, but it was the seal release of his weapon because he shouts out, he's like, 7 deadly sins attacked 7 deadly sins, and then it shot it back as
Yeah.
one beam. That was fucking dope, dude. That was
It
so
was,
fucking cool.
That's something that not even Blade Phoenix would survive.
Shit, get out of here.
My favorite part's that scene too, but also what I really like is angelic things. So I really like the scene where they're collecting all the powers from the angels to the sword. The sword was really cool to me, and how it took out Meliodas basically and made him incapable of moving and
See-
doing anything.
This is why I just gotta kick Brie off the channel. I'm so fucking done with you. Like, you sit here and shit on Dragon Ball Z so much, and most of the stuff you pointed out in this anime that you like is literally shit taken from Dragon Ball Z. That's literally Goku powering up the Spirit Bomb. That is 100% Goku powering up the Spirit Bomb. Is exactly what that is. Hawk sitting here reading off power levels. It's goddamn Saiyan
I
scams.
guarantee you.
Like,
I guarantee you.
fuck.
If you take Dragon Ball Z and give Goku a pair of angel wings, Bree would be all over that shit.
I mean, he basically is. He's died
Yeah.
and come back. He's the hero. He's
I
basically an
get
angel.
too annoyed by the.
Watch Kai! Watch Kai!
Yeah. Kai cuts all
Kai
that
cuts
out.
all that out. Where it normally takes Goku 3 episodes to power up into Super Saiyan, it's fucking like 2 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
I
Watch
don't
Kai.
like it.
Well, you should watch Super. I think you'd like Super. Solely because the
No.
graphics actually look good. Like, they look
You
like
kn-
7 Deadly Sins.
But
Graphics.
anyone that knows
not-
me, you know,
Not
and
in a
Dylan know
couple-
that
not in
I
a
like it
couple
because of the
points.
medieval aspect type thing.
There was a couple during the first 2 seasons when they were doing the movie recaps. There was a couple spots where the animation was total garbage
Yeah, for sure. 100%. But other
because
than that,
everyone's
no, it was
bitching
okay.
about it.
Yeah.
Because it was worse than
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball
Yeah, it was
Z. Anyway,
terrible.
that's,
It's terrible.
and I agreed with them. I was like, but they've done a hell of a lot better now.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, back to 7 Deadly Sins.
For sure. But before we go back, episode 131 was fucking phenomenal. Anyways, continue. I had to throw it out there, dude. Fucking, my boy freezes in it. I mean, come on. Anyways, but yes, 7 Deadly Sins. Fucking A, man, dude. I mean, they're still working on the anime, right?
Better be.
Yes, I believe so. I think they plan on either 1 or 2 more seasons.
That sucks. I wish they would do a lot more.
That's just what I've been reading. That might not,
So
how
let's
the internet
discuss
is.
theories.
Okay, one theory that I actually do have, I'm actually glad that you brought that up because I definitely wasn't thinking about that, but one theory that I do have, I think a lot of the story is actually more foretold within their symbols. Because at the end of the movie, they talked about what was Merlin's connection to, what they keep calling the Hawk's mom? What do they keep calling him, the celestial race? What do they keep calling her? They didn't know that it was
Oh,
her.
like-
What was the fucking name
I
of
don't
the,
know.
whatever, the person that they need to save him. If you look at Merlin's symbol, it's a fucking pig, and it's got 6 people. I think 6 human bodies turned upside down within the pig,
Yeah.
and the pig looks just like fucking Hawk, obviously, and Hawk's mom. So I definitely think that there's like a lot to be said. Like, for instance, Escanor's symbol is a lion, which, obviously we get it. He's like king. He's supposed to be king or whatever. But it's also got like this gigantic fucking scar that separates like the right eye and shit like that, and a huge like stitch up above it. So I definitely think there's a lot to be said about like backstories and shit like that behind like their actual overall symbols. Because to me, Meliodas is that I think he's gonna be his own death because he's got the dragon symbol, but it's eating itself. So basically, like, he's
Yeah.
destroying himself with all this shit that he do. Because think about it, his most powerful shit is whenever he takes fucking damage. He has to take damage in order to deal out revenge counter. Like,
Yeah.
physically take the damage. They already talked about the fact that he's destroying himself with every time he fucking lets his rage go uncontrollable, like just unchecked.
Every time he dies, he loses a part of himself.
Yeah.
Dies and come back to life.
Comes back stronger too.
I'm just really curious what made him, like, what was the change that made him leave demons?
Yeah.
Do you think it all started with Liz, maybe?
No.
I don't know about that. Well, I mean, no, because I don't think she was around at that point. Because they were all fighting like goddesses and shit like that. I don't think that was a thing.
Yeah, the only people who existed back in the day when when the war first started were fairies and the Titans. Or yeah, because fairies are. Fairy race is fucking amazing.
Like I said, I'm coming around to King. I don't like his human transformation. His human transformation is fucking terrible. Like, that makes me not want to like King. But I'm coming around to it. I'm definitely coming around to it.
imagine if Diane and King got in a relationship and they were getting it on and he just accidentally
Turned into that fat form.
I mean, there's also could be a moment where the shrooms that Diane's always on wears off. Wow.
What? That-
Mushrooms. Diana eats mushrooms to stay small.
Oh.
When it wears
Oh.
off, it wears off,
Oh.
Bree. It does wear off. They have
Be
to
a lot
keep
worse
getting.
though if you were a guy though, Dylan, and you were inside the girl.
That's what I was basically. You know what, Bree? I'm just done.
But it's different when you're a girl. Then it becomes like a cave.
You get
Gets
crushed.
big. Then it's like a pickle inside a bottle that gets bigger and bigger until it breaks.
Chris, why did we let her come back?
Okay, so just to give everybody a heads up, it says what we know about season 4 as far as will there be one release. It says it is safe to say that the story of the Seven Deadly Sins is nowhere near finished for the manga, let alone the anime. After 3 seasons, which they consider they're going with Netflix's thing. They just got to talking about this because it was only 4 little OVA episodes, but they're going with the same format as Netflix. After 3 seasons, the anime has roughly covered 197 chapters out of the manga. And at the time of this being written, there are currently 286 released chapters, which is still plenty story for the next seasons to cover in the manga as the manga continues. So the manga is still being written, which is good. That's a good sign for multiple seasons of the show. So yes, there will definitely be a season 4. It's hard to go into detail on what to expect for season 4. Netflix has not officially renewed for season 4, so we do not have a release date at the moment. But do not forget, it took 3 years for the next full season to arrive, so hopefully we will not be waiting until 2021, is what it says. This was written in 2018. Yeah. So that would suck if we had to wait that long for another anime, but if it's the same quality as far as the storytelling and the character building and the plot moving and stuff like that, then I'll definitely wait for it. If they keep hitting us with the same amount of quality, I'll wait for it for sure.
I mean, you're already waiting another 22 years for your Final Fantasy VII remake.
It's true. It's true. That's how I'll start timing the Final Fantasy VII remake. How many seasons of Seven Deadly Sins came out before the remake came out versus the day it was announced? So we gotta go the day it's announced, you know. Fucking 22 years since the game came out, but since it's been announced in 2015, it's now 2019. It's almost been a full 4 years because it didn't get announced till E3, and E3 is in the middle of the year, so almost been 4 years since the. But we have heard from the director of Square Enix that is actually working on the Final Fantasy VII remake that 2019 is the year for the Final Fantasy VII remake news. So hopefully we'll be hearing some shit.
You've been waiting almost 2 months for that news.
Yep, pretty much. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So if you enjoyed this content, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Also turn on those notifications, that way you get notified every time we upload a new video. Hit us down in the comments below and let us know your thoughts on Seven Deadly Sins and who your favorite characters are and who your not so favorite characters are and what your prediction is for when Season 4 will arrive.
As we all know, your favorite characters are Hawk, so let's just be real, guys.
That's definitely not fucking true. Definitely tell Bree that she's completely fucking wrong.
Why
That's
is Hawk even a fucking character?
Anybody...
They literally call her Captain of Trash Disposal.
Him.
And it's scraps, not trash.
Scraps Disposal, whatever. Same
Anyways,
thing.
Feel free to tell Bree her favorite character sucks. If anybody agrees with Bree, I will delete your comment before it even makes it to the channel. So don't worry about it. It's all good.
We don't want her getting a big head.
But also make sure you jump on those Twitter links if you want a more direct form of communication or just to know a little bit more about each and every one of us individually. And make sure that you come hang out in our Twitches and watch us play games and come chat with us and have a good time. But at the end of all that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and we will see you next time.